But the truth be told, if we were to go to the synagogue on the other end of Old Court Road, we probably would have a difficult time witnessing to the Jews in the synagogue. But God says, I'm going to fill John the Baptist with the special ability, the supernatural ability that he can go into the house of God, into the synagogue, and turn their hearts back to God. I may not have that ability. I may not be able to connect in the same way, but he filled John the Baptist with that kind of ministry. In each of us, God has filled you with something. You have a supernatural strength. What do I mean by supernatural? It is a strength that doesn't make sense to anybody else. It is without explaining. It is far beyond reason. It doesn't make any sense. I'm only this tall, this strong. My bank account has these limits on it, and they're a lot sometimes. But it says whatever your limits, whatever you're facing, if you are a child of God, he has filled you with something. And Paul here is lifting up the church that they would know what God has filled them with. Because he who started the good work will be with you until it's complete. Filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus the Christ. Galatians chapter 5 reminds us that there is a fruit of unrighteousness, fruits with an S of unrighteousness, of idolatry, living for ourselves, wickedness in all manner of ways. But then he says there is a singular fruit that comes from one tree. That tree is Jesus Christ. And he says that fruit is indeed love, and is joy, and is indeed patience. He says that fruit, there is no law against that fruit. It is a singular fruit from the tree of the knowledge of Jesus the Christ. He says from that fruit, from that fruit, you will indeed do great and mighty things in my name. And here again he says, I'm asking that God now fill you supernaturally with the fruit of the Spirit, with the fruit of righteousness. And there's no law against that. There's no legislation against that. There's no minimizing that. Paul says, this is what I'm asking for the church. We here this morning have in our midst those in the church who are going through challenges. And Paul says, I want to know who are the ones who will indeed pray for them. You have some space there on your notes. Space for 3 if you need more. We have some index cards in the back. God wants to know this morning, who is it that we are indeed praying for? Yeah, you have concerns. You've got your own situation. I know that. Paul rarely asked for his own situation. I was stoned this morning. Somebody hit me in the head. They came chasing after me with some rocks, and I was almost stoned to death. But let me take you into prayer instead. Yeah, they set out an ambush to kill me, but we don't have time to worry about that. How are you doing? Who this morning is on your list? Who this morning are you taking before the throne of God? Who this morning in the church is your concern? Is your heart condition? Is your heart, who are you holding in your heart this morning? Who is your ambition? You'd like to see them grow spiritually. So what if they don't get the house or the job or the car, or if things don't turn around? That their spiritual growth is growing in love more and more and more. That it's abounding. That they know the excellent things of Christ and they're deepening the things of the Lord. Because if they can get the things of the Lord, all the other stuff will fall into place. Don't ask God so much for the job. Ask me for the Spirit. That when I get the job, I'll do the right thing on the job. You have one bad day at work and we're filling out resumes and we're asking God to take me out of the job. Then we show up on the interview and we say, God, give me the strength for this interview. And God says, what interview? You didn't witness. We're at the spot that for the last 15 years. Why would I give you more? We said, oh, this prayer stuff doesn't work. We're praying in the wrong direction. God says this morning, I want you to create a list of those that you're lifting up with the affection of Christ. You're sitting next to them. You see them every Sunday. You come to Bible study, you talk to them, you laugh and you joke, but pray for them.